Hello, welcome to the channel. I thought we'd take some inspiration from Kate Rebecca Leach's new book. So I loved the collage work that she has done here, so I thought we would do a little bit of collaging. So I've got my cold press watercolor paper all taped down. The colours I'm going to use today are olive green and cadmium orange, and they're from the Kuretake range. I'm going to layer down some olive green. I'm going to put some leaves. I'm going to try and do some pumpkin leaves, and I need to water that down because it's going to be layered in 2 layers. So what I want is the first layer to be lighter, and then the second layer over the top to be of a darker consistency. I've got some paint mixed up here, and I'm just going to try and do some pumpkin leaf shapes. Whether I can get these right, I've no idea, never done them before. But I thought, well, let's give it a go and see what we can do. So while we're letting our piece dry, we're going to grab the cadmium orange. We're going to get a nice large brush, and we're just going to get this paint on. So you could wet your page first and then just drop the colour in, or you can do what I'm doing. I'm just literally pouring that on to the page. I want to get loads of lovely colour on here, because this is what we're going to use for our pumpkins. So we want nice, vibrant pumpkins. So if you get a lot of colour on, it's just going to make them look yummy. So this page is now dried. So I'm going to grab my green again, and we're going to put some more powerful colours in. So I'm going straight into the pan, picking up the colour, and then I'm just going to add some lovely, luscious leaves. Not quite sure where I'm going to put them, but I just know I want that second layer on. This is one of the things that Kate does. She layers on top of her original pieces, and it gives them just that little bit more depth. So I thought I'd follow her principles and get some more of this luscious colour on. Not sure whether that really looks like a pumpkin leaf, but maybe a little bit like that. I think that's better. Okay, and again, I'm just going to go round and add some more little circly bits. Trying to concentrate getting it down, adding the colour on. Not sure where I'm going to put the pumpkins yet. I hope it'll work out once I've done this. Maybe I should have done a plan first. And in the book, Kate gives you detailed instructions so you can follow those. Her book is just so easy to follow. So these 2 marks here weren't meant to be, but I'm hoping it'll get lost in the detail. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, maybe it'll look awful, I don't know. Maybe I can put a pumpkin over it. Maybe that'll help. So I've got my orange piece of paper, and I've got some scissors, and I'm going to cut out some pumpkin shapes. Not quite sure what size we're going to do it. Bringing it round. There I have my first pumpkin. You might want to alter it slightly like I'm going to do. Okay, bit of an odd looking one, so I think I'm going to make some alterations. So you've got a shape like that. You may not want stalks, you may want a shape like that, so whichever you prefer. So I'm going to just bring some lines. I've just got pencils. Bring some lines around my pumpkin. Just like that. Just follow the line, the outside line of your pumpkin. This just gives it a bit more texture. So I'm going to shade that in a little bit. Try and not make the camera move. And then I'm going to get a darker pencil, so I'm just layering over top. Just to make that look as though it goes in. You know, as a pumpkin does, it's got these grooves on it. So I'll make it look like that pumpkin shape that you see. I've got a dark brown here, bringing that round. I'm just going to keep going until I'm happy with it. And then I'm coming back to the painting and I'm grabbing some of this orange, and I just want to put, that's a bit too much paint there, I just want to put some little round orange circles just to complement what I've already got going on with the pumpkins. So just finding some spaces, adding some little sets of circles, just to fill up the space really. Oops, that one's turned out to be a dot, but that's fine. I think I'm going to have to stop now. So I'm going to add some detail to these leaves. I'm going to bring this up here, just like this, and just add these leaf details into my beautiful little leaves. So I've got to remember the ones at the back as well. Not that you can really see that, to be honest. Right, okay, so I've got the piece here. I have added some little green dots, just a little addition there. I have mapped it out roughly where I want my pumpkins to be. I've got some Mod Podge. I've got to try and open that now. And I've also got a brush, an old brush to use with my glue. Now, Kate gives alternatives, and it's really good in the book because she states the alternatives she uses, and I think they're really great, and I think I might need to purchase. So that's all in her book as to what she uses. But today we are going to use this glue here. Okay, so I've got the glue, I've opened it up, and I think I'm going to concentrate on doing my big pumpkins. So I'm going to go for this one here and turn it over, add some of my glue. Unfortunately, this brush is just so hard. I might not have washed it out properly last time I used some glue, but hey ho, it doesn't really matter. Let's just get it on the page. So I think that I want that one to go there. I'm imagining my second pumpkin here. So let's get some more glue on. Get it on the back. Get my pumpkin down. And then my third big pumpkin. I'm going to put him about here, I think. And then get some glue on the smaller ones. Now, while it's still wet, you can actually move these pumpkins about, but you've got to remember that this will dry pretty quick, so you need to get them down, have a look, and move them while they're still wet. And then I'm going to weight it down and wait for that to dry.